All right, good morning. Thank you, everybody. About 5:09 this morning, our dispatchers received a call of a active fire at what is known as 22 Lake Avenue, commonly known as the Warrington Hotel. It is a currently unoccupied structure that's scheduled for demolition, where new buildings are planned to be built there, new homes. The call came in again by a resident who was affected by the fire. The fire progressed quickly. Our patrol officers first on scene within about 2 minutes of the call. They went in there, they alerted all the residents of what they thought would be the affected areas. They got numerous residents out of the surrounding area. All told, at this point, we see that there's at least 7 structures that were affected by this fire. The Warrington, where we believe it originated, 4 single-family homes, the LaPierre condominium, and the Marlboro condominium on Seaview Avenue as well. So all told, again, 7 structures, 4 which we see as complete losses, and some exposure and some heavy damage to the condo units and another single-family dwelling. At this point, there are no reported injuries from any residents or anyone else that we believe was in any of these homes or structures. There are 2 reported injuries from firemen, one for chest pains, the other was for a mouth injury. That second firefighter was treated and released here. The firefighter with chest pains was transported to Jersey Shore University Medical Center, where he's apparently in good condition. So with that, I'll take any questions you might have, and we'll go from there. How long has it been unoccupied? It's been an unoccupied structure for a pretty long time. I couldn't give you the exact date, but they actively have been working on demolishing it and preparing for the area to, have new homes built. But it's been unoccupied for a while, but it's been worked on recently as the last couple of weeks. Right now, it's an ongoing investigation. In fact, firefighters are still fighting active fire up in the LaPierre condo, which is 16 Lake Avenue. It's going to take a while before the investigators are going to get in there. It's going to be a joint investigation with the Neptune Township Police and Fire Departments, the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office, Monmouth County Fire Marshals, and some other agencies, I'm sure. But right now, it's too early to say what started this, what prompted this, if in fact it started where we think it did. So once it gets suppressed and investigators are able to get in there, we'll have a better idea and we'll speak to it then. Yeah, I don't have any specifics on exactly that, other than the fact that it was in the process, and I believe some work was being done actively, and it wasn't vacant and abandoned to the point that no one's been in it recently, that we know of.
Is there a certain area in the Warrington Hotel that's abandoned that you're kind of focusing your efforts, the first floor, the second floor, the back, the front?
Again, it's too early to tell. To my knowledge, no one's even been inside the footprint of it yet. It is down to the ground. It is nothing but a footprint at this point, and we can't give an idea of where or how it started at this point. That'll be the investigators to decide. If anyone knows Ocean Grove and knows the dynamics of it, the buildings are extremely close together. So the firefighters did a phenomenal job knocking this thing down. This could have easily taken out a block. They got here to respond, and we had over 11 different towns come in, as far as Middletown. The Monmouth County Pipeline came in, and they really tremendous effort was made to limit it to what it is. As devastating as it is to lose all these homes and buildings, it could have been much, much worse. Throw in the fact of the elements and the winds, it could have been a lot worse. We've had too many fires in Ocean Grove over the last 6-7 years, where we've lost almost a whole entire block. So for them to knock it down, and the efforts they're still making to keep the LaPierre up and standing, is tremendous, and I commend them and thank them. Again, just the close nature of how far apart these structures are, in general. I mean, some of them are within 6-7 feet of each other, so obviously that creates a concern of getting in there, and it's a quick spread. Throw in the fact that it's windy. You got a lake on the other side. It just fuels this fire. It's just tough to attack it from all sides when you have a lake on one side and some close structures in between. So to get the apparatus in there and to get it knocked down, again, they did a tremendous job. We don't know right now. I can't say whether it's suspicious or not, and we'll let the investigation take its course, and we'll have a better idea then.
How long did it take to get everything under control?
Well, it's still not under control. Again, this call came in about 5:09. Our first arriving units got here pretty quickly. I don't have an exact time, but they they started knocking it down. And again, we've had, as far as Middletown, come in here. Neighboring Asbury did a tremendous job in assisting us. Asbury Park, right across the lake. And again, without all their assistance, this would have been much worse.
And people who were displaced as a result, by something anywhere?
As far as we know, everyone that was affected by this, who was displaced, has sought refuge or help with family members. The Red Cross has reached out to us. If anyone needs the Red Cross, they can call the local police department, Neptune Township. However, right now, no one has sought that need or aid, but obviously it's there for them. But right now, we believe that everyone that should be accounted for is accounted for. We're going to do another search after everything's set down to make sure there was no one in any of these buildings that should have been, and that is not accounted for.
Any idea how many families are uninvited?
Right now we don't. It's tough. Ocean Grove is obviously generally a summer community, which entails a lot of summer homes. So to understand exactly how many families were here full-time or part-time, we don't know yet. But again, we've reached out to the people that do belong in each of these houses or residences, and everyone's accounted for.
What about possible squatter situation inside the hotels?
Yeah, obviously a squatter situation could be evident, but again, we won't know that until we do a further investigation, and it is one of our concerns, and that's why we're going to go in and do a further investigation to make sure that's not the case.
Thank you. There's 4 homes, Lafayette, Condo, Warrington, abandoned,
The Marlboro, yes, the Marlboro is the one that's still standing on the corner of Seaview and Beach on that south. I guess that'd be the northwest corner of the intersection. Had some damage exposure, limited compared to obviously the other structures.
And everybody in both of these condos have to be evacuated.
Correct. Everyone on the block, all the utilities have been cut from the block, and again, we're still working on knocking this thing down and make sure it doesn't flare back up.
Are we in a violent chain at this point? I mean, there's no possibility of it spreading.
Well, I mean, there's always that possibility, but that's why we're there actively, attacking it. I can see they just started the fire hoses back up. So again, that's a concern for the fire department, and they're going to attack it and knock it down. So that's not the case.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.